And so we notice that that one is parallel with tile pattern 4. So let's look at all of these and see like what is making these parallel and what's making them not parallel. So the first three, what do you notice about the first three that have the same slope? What do you notice about their the rules for all of them? Well, hopefully one of the things that you notice that is the same about all of them is that they all have the exact same mx here, right? The mx is the same. They both say 4x. So all of these tiles, or all of these slopes, this slope shows a growth of 4 times the figure number. So the figure number, when you multiply the figure number by 4, your graph is going to look like this is going to be steeper. And then the other two that are parallel, they have an entirely different, m and x here, right? Or mx. So instead of it growing 4 times, it's 2x, right? It's growing 2 tiles every time instead of 4 tiles every time. So these ones are both 2x. So as you can see, when the slopes are the same, or when the m is the same, the slopes are going to be the same. And if the m is higher, it's going to be a steeper line. But then let's look at the other things. What do we see? So what's different about these three? Well, the red one has a 2 in it. And where do we see 2? Where do we see that 2 on the red line? Well, the place where you see it, hopefully if you're looking carefully, is we see it, let's see, what's the color that I should pick here? I think this is an interesting color. So if I look at the 2, it's right there. And then the 1 for, let's see, I think my daughter's made some of these colors. The 1 is right there. And look at where the 3 is. Like look at, on the blue line, where's the 3? The 3 is right there. So, and then that 3 is not just circling the blue line, it's also circling the green line. Why is it circling the green line? It's because the green line also has a 3, right? We see that the green also goes through that exact same point. So this little number right here is just talking about the place where each line crosses the y-axis. So the so the last one, number 5, is parallel with this, with the green line here. 2x plus 3 is this one. 2x plus 5 is the same line, it's just a little higher. I know it's the same line because it also says 2x. I know it's going to be a little higher because instead of it being plus 3, it's saying plus 5. So hopefully we see some trends here, and I think we should just take a moment to write those down. So let me find a really great color to use to circle this last point. I think I'm going to use this kind of tan color here to circle that last point. But we can say that 4x, let's see, summary. If m is equal, if m is the same in different equations, growth is equal, and lines will be parallel. So all of the 4x's are all going to be parallel. And there they are. And then all of the 2x's are going to be parallel because they have the same m. If m is the same, right? Remember, these are all for y equals mx plus b. So for these ones up here, m is 4. For these ones down here, m is 2. Now, what's the other thing that makes these lines different? The other thing that makes these lines different is the second number, right? The b. And so, let's see. Let's find a better color to write with, like this color. If b is the same, lines will cross y axis at same point. Okay, and one little note is I haven't talked about this yet at all. I can't believe this. The place where the line crosses the y-axis is called the y-intercept. Intercept. That says interrupt. Let's fix it. Intercept. Okay. Yeah, I think that's probably about all we need to say about that. We will look at some other things about m. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we should write one last little thing about m in here. We should write bigger m equals steeper line. So, right, so 4x, because 4 is bigger, the line is going to be steeper. Because what steeper means, it means it's just growing faster. It's like, how fast is it going uphill? If something's going uphill really quickly, it means you're gaining a lot of ground very fast. If it's going uphill very slowly, then it means you're gaining ground a little bit slower.